Yeah, hello guys. So yesterday I made a post on Facebook and I asked who would like to learn this, and a lot of people actually came through saying they want to learn this, and I got a lot of WhatsApp texts. So I decided to make a video which will make it easier for me to send out to you guys. And trust me, this is very important for every starter. And now everybody who wants to get into the business world, right? This is very important because having to know this, you will be able to understand your self-awareness, right? Having to know yourself and where you ought to fall in this space and how your skills can serve here effectively. Now, I'm going to debunk a mentality that a lot of us have while I explain this. So, just stay tuned. Trust me, you're going to learn a lot in this. So now, according to Robert Kiyosaki's principle, you should have maybe heard or read Rich Dad Poor Dad book. It's a business book by an author called um, Robert Kiyosaki. Now this guy is he does business in the US, but he's a guy from Hawaii and all that. That's a whole lot of history and a whole lot of story where he has a rich dad and a poor dad. But the whole lot of shit, but that's not our point today. So just in case you want to get the book, that's his name, Robert Kiyosaki. So he talked about this quadrant, right? So like this is a cross, okay? And then each part of this cross is a quadrant. Now we have the right side and the left side. Let's start from the left side here because it is the most basic. Now we have an E here, and this E stands for a particular business personality, right, in the whole business world, and it means an employee. And just like I said, whoever you are and you do something for money, right, you land somewhere within this space, either one or two or more, right? So for the first one, just like I said, on the left top side is E, which is an employee, right? Now, who is an employee? An employee is a person who works for someone or for a business. And that is where we have most of the middle class and the lower class people, right, who work for someone in a business, right, in a building, and they are employees, right. They have certain tasks and responsibilities given to them to achieve, and at the end of the month, or according to how they do it, they have wages, they collect wages, or they get paid in commission, right. So those are employees. They get employed to do a certain work and they get paid wages for it. That's an employee. Then now the second one is we have, by the left down side, we have S, and S here stands for the self-employed. Now, the self-employed here actually is someone who works for himself. So here is where we have the category of people who work for themselves, right? And probably they go register a business and they need to read their names. And let's take for instance someone who loves making cake, they love baking, and then they have a business like Valerie Cakes or Valley Pastries, right? Where they are the person who created the business, they are the ones who work for the business, they are the managers of the business, they are the distributors, the marketer, and everything, right? Though they could have some people who actually work for them to help aid them, but in this category of business personalities, they work for themselves, right? They are in the business, they are fully involved working in the business. So you end up finding them making the cakes themselves, right? Okay, so most of the times we have these people, right, who are maybe at the point of time in this category, and they got so fed up with the whole idea of okay, I don't want to work for someone else. I want to be my own boss. I want to earn my own money. I don't want someone to boss me around. So they get to leave this place and they sack themselves, or they resign, and then they create their own business. So having themselves self-employed, working for themselves, right? Having to do whatever they want to do in the business because they control it. They do the terms and conditions. They work when they want to work and don't work when they don't want to work. So that's with the self-employed. So that's left hand top side employee, and then left hand down side self-employed. Now we are going to the right side of the quadrant, which is the right side of the business personality. And there's a reason why they categorize on the left side and on the right side. We get to know that later on. So now on the right side top, we have the B, which is the business owner. Now these are a category of people who create, slash establish businesses or systems. So these people create businesses or systems that serve people. Okay, so let's say for instance someone like Dangote now is a business owner. He created a business system, right, and he gets to employ a whole lot of people under him. And here's the funny thing, he doesn't really get to do much work, he just sign papers. So he owns the business, but he is not the CEO probably, right? They get to employ a CEO, they get to employ a whole lot of people. He's not in the factory making cement, hitting bags and carrying bags with his bag. No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do the marketing, he doesn't do a whole lot of stuff. They just sit down in the board meeting and just make decisions, and then they create a system whereby you have the employees who are trying to make the system survive and work. So that's the category of a business owner. They create the system, they have the ideas and the vision, right? So that's the category of the business owners. And then we have the I here at the right hand downside, which is the investor. So investors, what they do is they make their money work for them. So here I will actually categorize them as the most lazy but most intellectual amongst all, because these are people who invest in people's business, in people's system. They have money, like automatically they have money. I don't even know how, or probably they did some business or some ideas or something. They got a lot of money and they decide that they will be funding people's systems. So investors are people who use their money to fund people's systems and businesses, right? They make it work, and as a return, they receive dividends for their investments, right, as profit. For instance, now what an investor does is when this business owner like gets an idea, right, and he wants it to go, this is what he does. He doesn't have enough money or enough cash to scale his business up, so they find an investor. And what investor does is they give them a certain amount of money according to the deal or what the business owner wants, and that money will actually serve as a legal right to own a percentage of a business when it comes to owning shares, in the whole stock thing, or they borrow business owners on the side of owning bonds. But let's not go there. So investors are people who actually give out money to businesses, right, to invest in them, help them to grow, and then they get a dividend, right, a profit, some sort of profit from it. So that's the thing. Now, just like I said, everybody in this world, whatever you do for money, fall amongst it. Either you are working for someone, or you have your own business, you are working for yourself, or you create a system and then you employ people to work for you, or you actually as an investor use your money, right, to fund someone's business and then make some money. Now, there's a whole personality and concept behind all these things, and one of the mistakes I feel we are making here in Nigeria, but I want to make it particular too. Let's say in Nigeria, right, everybody, according to trends, wants to be here and here. That is, they either want to be S or B, because why? They feel it is the coolest thing to do, having to own the name of I am a CEO and then brag about it and be all prideful, and you do not know that everyone was created specifically for a particular place to be. And because they see that employees are people who work for someone and they don't get to be bosses of themselves, it feels like it is not so cool, because it's not a cool thing to do. You are not a CEO, so you get to be trampled upon because you don't own a business or something. But that's a lie. You see these guys at E, they are the powerhouse. Without them, none of these will exist. A business owner will be nothing. His idea will only remain an idea without an employee. You get it? Because a business owner, what they all only do is just to have and mind you, even a CEO can fall under this category if you are employed. Because a CEO is an employee, a person who is employed into an office, right, to just overlook the whole executive, dealings or responsibilities at all. So even a CEO, trust me, you fall under this place. So we just kind of found a way to underrate all that to make this particular position, which is bad. And trust me, if you know that you are actually meant to bring people's ideas and visions and systems into life, then trust me, have the pride and then the conviction and have the pride to work as an employee if you can. And trust me, employees make a lot of money, but it depends on the kind of value they've grown and amassed at a long time that will enable their skills and their personality to be needed in high positions that will make enough money. So trust me, it's not about being an employee. Being a self-employed, they work for themselves, and it is very hard because these are people who actually feel like don't want to work for anyone, and it's always like, yo, I want to do this myself, I want to be a boss of myself, right? Not being accountable to anyone, and that's why they fall under this place. But trust me, it's also a nice place to be according to your personality, who you are created to be, and then what purpose you are meant to serve. So I'll place most artists under self-employed. Why? Because these guys under the self-employed, right, they work with love because they have so much love for their craft and what they do. They decide to, they don't feel like anyone can do it better than them, right? So it's actually fine being a self-employed because you get to create what you call your art, be it painting, be it music, be it video, it's your work, it's your craft, right? You love it. You don't want to see anyone else do it for you. So it's fine being a self-employed, right? So don't be ashamed of being a self-employed. You don't need to be an investor or business owner if you truly know that you are created to be a self-employed. And when it comes to business owners, right, these are the people who are like brainiacs, who sit down, think, they are Mark Zuckerberg type, type, and they just sit down. God gives them these amazing ideas on how to solve a problem, and then they create a business and a system around it, and that works. What makes them a business owner? Then they get to employ people who are here to actually serve the whole thing. And most times, these self-employed guys, when it comes to working in a company, find themselves in places like the management offices, like as manager of this, because they know how to do these things well. So they are likely to be leaders to actually give directions to employees. So it get hard between yeah. So business owners are people who have visions and systems, and then they gather like a pool of people who work to happen. And then these investor guys are the people who have a lot of money, and they use this money to invest it to enable these systems that business owners create to grow. So what the major point of me asking and making posts about Facebook about it is that, see, being at the right side, all the like the business owner, all the investor, is not the coolest thing to do, right? Because a whole lot of us lose it, and that's why most, like over 70% of our business will go, because the world system right now makes the standard of success as being rich or being popular or being called a CEO. So since this is the place where people usually have the tendency of being more rich, right? Everybody who is actually supposed to be this and this wants to decide so that they will be rich and they will be cool like other, and that's the life. If you do not have this side cannot even exist. Okay. So what I'm actually asking you guys to do is be self-aware of yourself. What it is that you are actually being called to do. What it is that your skills can actually serve effectively. Because if you have an employee coming to be a business owner, trust me, it's a whole shipwreck. We can't even survive it, right? People are created specifically for these things. That's why you see people getting a whole lot of business, right? Having to be them being in the position of business owners and filling up all the CAC registration needs. That when business owners want to even come and register it's all filled up. But they get to ditch the business at the end. Why? Because they are actually the employees, meant to be employees to make the system work, like the underdogs, the backbone of business. But they want to be the business and they will be able to. So self-awareness is very important. Know who you are, know where you are meant to serve, so that we can have a good hierarchy, a good structure, that we have the business owners who knows themselves, they create the system, and then the employees accept themselves to be employees, right? And then they come and work with the visionary, which is the business owner, right? And they make these things happen. And then we know the investors who know that what they do is to give out their resources to build these businesses so that we can have systems created. Then they do this. Then the self-employed are people who actually love whatever they do, and then they get to contribute to the company by being maybe like the leaders or managers, right? That drive the whole team to achieve what is being needed. So that is the concept I want you guys to understand. If you have any questions about this, please